Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Barra. I've been a personal stylist for 25 years. I now help you make better decisions with your own wardrobe. So before I go on, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who likes. Please subscribe. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see. This video today is based on some of the comments that I've seen, and I want to give you feedback and help based on the areas that I know that you need help with most. So today I wanted to talk to you about spend versus save. What are the investment pieces that you can add to your wardrobe and the pieces that maybe you want to ignore? So let's get started. Now recently I read that the average British person spends £47.84 on impulse buys every month. Now I know I don't do that, but obviously if that's an average, it means that there are a lot of people that are. So just to give you an idea, in US dollars, that's probably about 65-70-ish US dollars every single month on impulse buys, so on things that they decide to buy last minute. Now the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I know a lot of people are struggling at the moment, particularly the cost of living in the UK has shot through the roof, and the income has been pretty much the same. So I know a lot of people are struggling. I know some of you are retired. So I wanted to talk to you about the investment pieces that you can kind of consider adding to your wardrobe that will last you for years and years and years, and the ones that kind of maybe you should ignore, because I kind of feel if you can make better decisions about what you buy and avoid those impulse buys, then it's so much better for so many different reasons. It's better for your purse, which is the number one reason I'm making this video, but it's also better for the environment. The problem is so many of us are buying things and we're not actually wearing what's in our wardrobe. So I want you to be a lot more, or I'd want to encourage you to be a lot more intentional about everything that you add. So I think there can be lots of issues when people are struggling to decide what to put in their wardrobe. And some of the common things that I see is that, or one of the biggest common reasons that I think this often happens is when someone puts on a little bit of weight, maybe post-children, maybe around the menopause, and maybe they've worn certain styles that used to look great on them and now they don't feel quite right. So they keep trying to replace that feeling of it feeling okay by buying more stuff, and none of it quite fits, none of it quite works, and they end up with too many colours, too many styles, and no idea of how to put them together. So it's a really common reason. So I kind of feel like if you have a few investment pieces that you can then build different outfits around, it's a starting point, but you need to be very intentional about what it is, and knowing which colours work for you and knowing which styles work for your body type is a really good place to start. I know quite a few of you have booked in with me for my colour analysis and body type style guide now, and I know from your feedback that you found that really helpful to help you get started. So if you are interested in talking to me about creating your wardrobe and helping you with your wardrobe, definitely book in for a consultation with me. I'll put the link here. So the first trend that I'd kind of avoid if I was you is, well, there's two trends that I'd kind of avoid. One is the oversized shirt, which I'll talk about all the time, so I'm not going to talk about that so much today. But also there was oversized shirts that were also cut off at the waist. So it was literally like they were just hacked across the middle. Obviously, some of this is for the really young people who just want to kind of go for these quirky trends, which I kind of get. But then at the same time, again, I know that a lot of that is going to end up in landfill. It's going to be around for a very short space of time, so it's going to end up in the charity shops or in landfill very quickly. So what I would suggest, now I know some of you have said to me, oh, I really like your channel because you don't tell us all to wear a white shirt. Well, today I'm probably going to say that, but okay, I'm going to expand it a little bit, so bear with me. If you're sitting there in your chair and you're going, oh no, she's going to tell us to get a white shirt, just hold on a second. So think about one that you really like. Do you like collars that stand up quite nicely independently on their own? I'm not wearing one today. I've got a pattern shirt on today and I've got single cuff, but I actually really like double cuffs as well because I love playing with the cuffs. If you see any of my shorts videos, you'll see I often pull the cuffs out of a jacket or out of a jumper or whatever it is I'm wearing. So for me, I really like cuffs. I don't know why, it's my thing. So have a think about what you particularly like. You know, is there an aspect of a plain white shirt that you might like? So look for something that has those attributes. And also, I don't think it has to be in cotton, you know, the simple cotton white, plain cotton white shirt. I think you could also go for linen or also silk. Now, and as well, and I also want to add to this, if you know which colours work for you, you'll know whether you're better with a very cool white or whether you're better with a warmer white, almost kind of heading towards ivory. So again, if you've got that information, then choose your shirt in one of those categories. But a simple silk shirt as well can add a touch of elegance, which again, if it's tailored and it's in a regular fit, will last you for years. So I know a lot of you balk at the simple white shirt idea, but you know, maybe kind of look at it a little bit more fluidly, in the sense that, you know, it could go towards the cream. Think about the cuffs, think about the styles that you like, and also think about the material. Now, the reason why I say cotton, linen or silk is because I think those three kind of fabrics tend to look more timeless, and they tend to work better for years and years and years. You think about it, if you go for something that's vintage, if it's made from polyester, it doesn't feel quite as good as something that's made from silk or cotton or linen. So yeah, a simple white or ivory, cotton, linen or silk shirt. That's number one. Next up is the oversized suits. Again, I'm really glad they are going. Don't get me wrong, I actually like loose fit jeans and trousers, kind of wide leg, and I quite like them quite long as well. I know some of you in the comments have said to me, your trousers are too long. I like them like that, and I think that's kind of the beauty of it. But you know, you can kind of adapt it to what works for you, and I encourage you to do that. Whatever I'm saying to you today, I encourage you to fit it to what works for you. So I would avoid all that oversized stuff, and just a simple kind of tailored, again, regular fit suit with a blazer. Now, what is really good and a really good investment piece now is to have trousers and a skirt option. Maybe a straight or slightly A-line skirt work best for most body types. Again, with the trousers, I would go for a straight leg or a wide leg. I'd avoid the 3/4 length ankle grazers, sometimes they're called. The reason why I say that is because if you are sort of petite, it will cut your leg off and it will make your legs look even shorter. So I would go for full length, and that would probably last you longer, especially if it's in like a medium waist and a straight leg. It's the kind of thing that will be hanging around for a long time, and it'd be a great investment piece. Again, if you're looking at me and you say to me, well, actually I've retired now and I'm about to retire and I've always had to wear suits, I don't need to wear them anymore and they don't feel right on me, absolutely just leave this bit out. But if you're kind of on the fence, just remember, if you have the blazer, the trousers and the skirt, you can use any number one of those pieces and match it to something different, i.e. a blazer with a t-shirt and a pair of jeans, or wide leg or straight leg pair of smart trousers with a shirt, or just with a jumper, or even with a hoodie, you know, knitted hoodie, something like that. So you can wear them they can be quite versatile. Again, like with the shirt that I mentioned, use each one of those pieces in a different way. I just think it is one of the most versatile things that you can have in your wardrobe. In addition, if you don't suit black, like I said, book in for a consultation with me if you need to know about this. But if you don't suit black, try navy blue or charcoal grey in a sort of suit, and that'll work really well. And also think about the fabrics again. The fabrics that are kind of more man-made, i.e. polyester based, tend to look a little bit more shiny. They can sometimes pill. They won't wear as well as the more natural fabrics will. The man-made ones tend to sometimes after a while look quite cheap, and yeah, so if as much as possible, if you're going to look at the fabric content of your suit, go for a natural fabric like wool, linen or cotton. Next up is coats. Now, in my recent roundup of winter trends, I have avoided this trend completely because I don't think it's something that's going to be around for quite a while. I kind of feel like it's something that will peak really quickly and then go off really quickly. So when I do my roundup of trends seasonally, I tend to pick pieces that I think are going to be around for a long time because I kind of believe in that more. And if you're building a capsule wardrobe, you need more timeless pieces than these kind of trends that are going to peak really quickly. Another thing as well is there's these big kind of fluffy furry coats that are really big at the minute. And the other thing with them is that obviously we are against fur now, which I think is great, but what that means is the vast majority of these kind of furry type coats are made from man-made fibres, i.e. plastic, which isn't good for the environment. It's often not good for people's skin either. A lot of people are allergic to them. So I kind of feel like it's a trend I would genuinely avoid. Now, if it's something you really like, just bear in mind that if you do have a little bit of weight anywhere that you're a bit conscious of, it will add extra bulk. Also, if it is something that you do like and you do really like these big bulky fluffy kind of coats, then maybe look at pre-loved. That might be another option. That's one area where I kind of feel like it would work. But what I would strongly suggest you go for instead is a tailored coat in wool. Actually, leather is quite big this season as well, but I would go for a tailored coat that's either got a belt around the middle that's kind of tailored all the way down, kind of straight, or maybe it kicks out slightly from the waist. Again, if you have a little bit of weight around the middle, definitely go for single-breasted because it draws the eye down the body rather than double-breasted. If you're tall and skinny or you just prefer double-breasted, absolutely go for it. Now, one thing that's really, really important if you're going to go for any type of coat or outer garment, in my humble opinion, is to choose a colour that will link through to the rest of your wardrobe, because obviously it is a garment that you're going to wear with lots of other items in your wardrobe, unlike pretty much anything else. So I went recently for a charcoal grey. I wanted a charcoal grey coat. I found a Dolce & Gabbana one which was for about £60, which is about $80 US, and it is a beautiful coat. Rather than me going to H&M or somewhere else and just buying something kind of cheaper but new, it is a timeless piece. Every time I wear it I get comments on it, and I've had that for about 8 or 9 years now, and I know I'm going to have it for a lot longer. So I know those types of pieces work really well in your wardrobe. Again, if you're thinking about the colour, you're not sure about the colour, book in for a consultation with me and I'll let you know how I can help you and we can have a little chat. Now, there were 2 trends recently with jeans which I thought were absolutely awful, and I have mentioned these before, so some of you might have seen me mention these before, but these are definitely ones to avoid. The first one was jeans with one leg with a full leg and one with a short. Yeah, I'm not lying. The second one was a pair of jeans where they had the normal belt loops around the top, and then they had belt loops around the knee with belts around the knee, and they gently flared out. Yeah, it's true. Now, I'm pretty sure that none of you are going to spend your money on those as well, but I just wanted to highlight how some trends are so ridiculous that you just know that even the person wearing that garment probably got so much ridicule that they're never probably going to wear it again, and it's just going to end up in the back of their wardrobe and then in landfill. And I find it abhorrent, to be honest. So avoid anything like that. Just a regular fit, straight leg pair of jeans works best for almost everybody, every type of body type and colouring. Now, navy blue works for pretty much every colour, and also indigo jeans tend to wash down better. So I always suggest medium waisted, straight leg. Think the classic kind of 501 kind of cut, and you can't go wrong. Now, the reason why I say the indigo jeans, definitely wash them inside out as cool as possible, because then they will fade down more slower than they would do otherwise. And also, when they do wash down, then they'll wash down naturally, so they'll weather naturally rather than having these painted on kind of looks that make it look like the denim's worn when it isn't really. So yeah, a straight leg indigo pair of jeans are a timeless piece. You can wear that with your blazer, you can wear it with your silk shirt, you can wear it with your kind of wool coat, whatever it is. But again, a really timeless piece of clothing will last you for years. Now, if you're somebody who kind of struggles with denim but you like the look of it, have a look at some of the options now that are available in softer kind of fabrics, because you'd be quite surprised, particularly like Halara do some really soft flex denim. I own some myself and they're really, really comfortable. So you'll get that kind of look of denim but without it kind of feeling really restricting. So yeah, straight leg indigo jeans, and avoid those crazy trends like the bubonic plague, please. And if you are looking to refresh your wardrobe and build investment pieces into your wardrobe, definitely download my Capsule wardrobe guide, because it helps you kind of break down what you need, what you don't need, what to keep, what to discard, and what you might want to replace. It really helps you kind of put that wardrobe together. So I'll put the link to that here. Now, another trend which I haven't participated in, and nor am I probably going to participate in, is bag charms. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's basically jewellery that you hang all over your bag. Again, I just think it's something that's going to be very short-lived. It's not particularly timeless, and I don't think it's going to be around for a long time. So if it's something that you want to kind of try and emulate that, I would do it with actual bits of jewellery. You know, I would consider kind of seeing if you can with actual bits of jewellery that you already own, or maybe buying them pre-loved and kind of draping them around your bag somehow, if that's what you want to do. But it's something I definitely wouldn't invest my money. It's definitely not an investment piece, and I would avoid it actually spending too much or if any money on it at all. Now, what I do think it's worth investing in is decent belts. Now, I have got two belts which I bought, one of which I bought over 20 years ago, and one which I bought probably about 15 years ago, and both of them are going really strong. I actually have a kind of very simple system in my wardrobe that I have black shoes, black belt, and then black bag, cognac shoes, cognac belt, cognac bag. So whatever I put on in the day, I then kind of match it straight through, and it's really, really easy and really, really simple. But both the belts that I've got are really good premium Italian leather, and they will last me for the rest of my life, and they will probably last my daughter's life if she wants to wear them as well. So a premium belt is a really, really good investment piece. Try not to go for something with any crazy buckles or logos or really wide or really skinny. Something kind of, you know, anything from sort of say 2 or 3 inches down to sort of an inch width works really well. And also bear in mind, if you are petite, if you go for something that's really wide, a belt that's really wide, it does tend to cut your body in half and kind of make you look shorter. So bear that in mind as well. So choose a colour that links through to the rest of your accessories, so you can link it through in your outfit. I do believe that works. I know some people say that it doesn't, but I genuinely think it pulls an outfit together. So link it through to a bag, or link it through to a hat, or something you wear. If you want something bright, absolutely go for something bright, but just think really carefully about how you're going to wear it and what you're going to wear it with. Are you wearing it with pants? Are you wearing it with jeans? Are you wearing it over a dress? You know, how are you wearing that belt? What width does it need to be, you know, based on the belt loops, etc. So think really carefully and buy something that's really good quality, and that will definitely be an investment piece. And finally, the best thing that you can do when you are looking for investment pieces in your wardrobe is know what colours and styles work for you. It makes a huge difference if you're going out shopping, you're spending money on buying those investment pieces, and you know that the colours and the styles, like I've mentioned throughout this video, you know, some of the points I've made about different body types, if you kind of know what works for you, you will make much better choices, and those investment pieces that you spend your money on will last you for year after year after year after year, and not only will they last you, but they'll feel good and you'll want to put them on as well. So if you need help with that, definitely book book in for a consultation with me, I'd love to have a chat to you. So just to summarise, where possible, choose natural fabrics because they tend to last better, they tend to wear better, and they tend to look more timeless. If you're on a budget, definitely look at pre-loved, look at getting a better quality for the same amount of money, but pre-loved, and learn what colours and styles suit your body type. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to know. Let me know anything particular you need to know about any of the items that I've suggested, or other investment pieces that you would suggest to other people. It's always really helpful when kind of you make a suggestion for other people as well, because I love it when kind of people start interacting and getting support, because that's definitely what I want this to be. In addition, subscribe, because then you'll be the first to hear about any new videos that drop onto my channel. It genuinely helps me create more content for you. So have a wonderful week wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.